Hi everyone, my name is Norman Willis, and I just had a question just for the world. Uh, a lot of my friends are coming to me and basically saying all of the things that I've been saying since day one. And now that I do have like social media outlets and stuff like that, I'm starting to see a lot of the things that I was saying back years prior. The one question that I do have is, why do things have to become a trend before they are considered right or correct? Um, Me and my younger cousin were just talking about just back in the day, if you got good grades, people would say that you were a nerd, a lame, and all these things. But now everyone is talking about education and posting pictures of their report cards. I see all these things about women and how they want this educated guy and all these things, but back years prior, it was a totally different story. And I know that it takes time to mature and things like that, and things. I hear that all the time. I was young, I needed to mature, but I don't think that maturity is based on your age. I think it's based on your choices. The people that I grew up with and just the person I've been has been like more mature than people older than me. And I say that in the most humble way possible. Um, that's just the biggest thing I just want to ask. Why do certain things have to be a trend? I see a lot of my guys who were, pants hanging down here doing all this stuff, and now they want to preach to me about education and all these things. And I'm like, I understand that, but you're like overlooking everything. That's like if I was a criminal and I want to preach to you about doing the right thing when you never committed a crime or anything whatsoever. The biggest thing is like with me and certain people like me, we're when we have these discussions, we're like, this isn't new to me at all. And I was having another conversation with a friend, and we were like, we're so far ahead that it seems like we're behind. A lot of people now are just starting to detach themselves from people they grew up with in high school, are just starting to put weed down, are just starting to put sick, all that stuff down, and it's a new experience for them. But the people that haven't done those things, they're like, big whoop. Like we were just talking about, education and how he was saying how it's a habit for him to be on honor roll. And he saw a lot of my awards when I was younger and how I have like this big wall of honor roll things. And I was telling him, once you do it once, it's just habit, it's second nature. But I see all these people now that are posting all these things. But the problem that I have with that is their attitude. That's like everyone wants to talk about Malcolm X and how he changed and all that stuff and how he had to be read, but how he was read before he was Malcolm X. But Malcolm always talked about who he was instead of like the person he was now. Like once you make that transition, don't look down on other people that haven't made that transition. Try to help them instead of, looking down and saying, "Oh, I stopped smoking. Everyone who smokes is this." Or you need to get your life together because of this. Like, no, realize that you were in that situation before and try to help somebody else. Like, I hate this whole awaken thing. Half of this stuff is just common sense. Like, we literally are celebrating common sense. We're celebrating monogamous men. All men should be monogamous, or should just have that one person. I don't get cheating at all. It makes no sense to me. And that's just how I was raised. And most of the time, a lot of things that I feel are just easy things, no one had to teach me those things. I know not to. I know that the way that I showcase myself is how people are going to treat me. I know that you got to go to school and get good grades and do all these things. I know that it's important to be on time to places and things like that. It's just like we're celebrating the stuff that should be a standard, like we were saying earlier. And I just feel like our standards shouldn't be so low that when you meet a monogamous guy with his head on straight who doesn't use foul language, that you should celebrate him. No, that's what should be guaranteed. I shouldn't be celebrated because of my life choices. I'm just like everyone else. It's just that when they leave the house, they act like someone different. When I leave the house, still me. You would never see me throwing up something or acting crazy. I'm just going to be me. A lot of people think I'm quiet. It's not that I'm quiet. I'm just reserved. I mean, if you want to talk to me, talk to me. I'm just not going to be the loudest guy in the room. I feel like I have nothing to. I don't need to impress anyone or anything like that. But I just see the way things are going. I love the progress that people are making, but don't look down on other people because they aren't making that progress. I don't think that that's cool at all. Did you have anything to say or add?
Hi guys, I'm Cameron Pope. I'm his cousin.
His voice is deeper than mine.
But I guess the essential meaning behind this topic is that if you're gonna do something right, or if you're gonna preach something to a certain individual or a group of people who've probably made mistakes in the past similar to yours, then there's no reason to look down upon that person. At the end of the day, we're all equal individuals. We're